Today we're going to be talking about Windows 7 operating system, the changes that have been made to improve the system, and the differences between it and Windows 7. My name is Simon Simon. I will be presenting today's topic, Windows 7 New Features. Topics include what is the feature, what does it do, what makes it special, and we'll also be covering a couple gadgets um, that is special to Windows 7 and what these gadgets do as well, why you would want it, and who created them. This is the beginning of the slideshow, so we'll go ahead and get started. Once again, my name is Simon Simon, and this is features of Windows 7 operating system. Windows 7 allows you to search from the start menu with words or commands. This makes it very fast and easy to use when trying to run a search. Windows XP and systems before that had you specify location and things of that nature, which was kind of time wasting. So it makes it a lot easier to search, especially for people who aren't really familiar with the operating system. The results are quite reliable because it does go through your whole computer and search keywords versus files. It's quick and more organized. The way it displays things, you can see the folders as well as the content in those folders, much like you would see in Explorer for Windows XP. It's easy to access and use, as it is right by the start menu. You can run a quick search right off your start menu versus going to the side menu to do so. It also has more qualified results. As stated earlier, it is a more reliable search. File structure for Windows XP looks kind of like this, where when you open it up, you see what folder you're in. You don't really get to see the structure or the hierarchy of files that you're in, which makes it a little harder to work with. Windows XP's file structure is familiar to most users. That would be one positive thing. Many users are used to that platform. It's easy to navigate and open in a window or file being searched. So Windows XP, most people are familiar with it, so it is easier for them to navigate it because of that reason. The only thing about it is it does limit the user of Explorer unless it is selected. And that kind of goes back to the feature in Windows 7 where you do see your file hierarchy on the left, and on the right you see what folder you're in. Windows XP, you do have to actually right click and explore to get that feature. Windows 7 can search exact file location from the browser, so you can actually go into your Windows Explorer screen and search based off your browser. Uh, this was not a feature allowed in Windows 7. User file is not in documents and settings, so there is a difference in the file structure. When doing a migration or a system migration, you want to be aware of these changes as well, as certain applications will not be where they were before, certain documents will not be where they were either. Okay. One step for searching computer files. On Windows 7, you go to Start, put in your search, and click Run. And it will go ahead and search your drive and see what's available based off your search. It is not as user friendly as most new users are used to the old format and file structure. Windows 7 does also have some device incompatibility issues based off what kind of hardware you're trying to install. You may have a hard time getting some things to work that worked on your old system, so you do definitely want to look at compatibility when upgrading. Today's gadget is WeatherBug. It's a great application. It's used for monitoring weather. It alarms you of dangerous conditions. It's created by the Weather Channel, and anyone who is impacted by weather conditions and is often in front of a PC or away from a TV or news station can access this gadget. So if you're always in front of your PC, most of the time in a closed office where you're not looking at the windows, you'll know what the weather is and you can keep track of what the weather will be. That is my presentation on features of Windows 7. My name is Simon. This is for Operating Systems 110. Thank you very much.